Welcome to my video, The Psychology of Colors and Which One to Wear in Court. My name is Carl Torsmans. I'm a former Deputy Warden, New Mexico and Arizona Department of Corrections. And this video is designed to help you pick out the right color and the right kind of clothes for when you appear in court, either as a witness, a defendant, a juror, or a bystander. Remember, every color sends a message. Every message is psychological in content. And every color has a purpose. Not everybody sees the same thing, but this video is based on subjective and opinionated matter that you can take for what it's worth, nothing more, nothing less. However, some of these elements have been established to be psychologically effective or significant. So it's very important, in my sense, for bringing this to your attention to show you what not to wear and what is the most appropriate way of dressing when you go to a courtroom. Dressing appropriately in a courtroom, whether you're a witness, defendant, juror, or bystander, is very important. In most areas, a court has a basic dress code which people are expected to adhere to, but the dress code is usually fairly minimal. They rely on common sense. Taking the time to pick out the appropriate clothing can be beneficial in the end, and it's worth carefully thinking about every time you have to end up in court or go to court for whatever purpose it may be. It may be your profession, it may be as a juror, it may be as a defendant. However, think about what kind of clothing you pick out and what color you pick out when you go to court. As a general rule, you should think of a court as a formal dress environment. Women should wear suits, simple dresses, or blouse and skirts, along with hose and brassiere. Shoes should be low-heeled and sensible, and never open-toed. Men should wear suits, jackets, and slacks with no hat. Both men and women should remove coats and hats before entering the courtroom. When you dress for court, avoid cutoffs, t-shirts, flip-flops, sneakers, damaged clothing, excessively revealing garments, hairstyles, and heavy perfumes. While not explicitly banned in court dress codes, these offenses will make a less positive impression, and the judge may request you leave the court and return more suitably dressed for the next time you enter the room. Make sure you tuck your shirt in. Wear neutral makeup if you choose to wear makeup, and that you look well put together. Also be sure that the clothing you choose is comfortable, since you do not want to look ill or uncomfortable while you're sitting there in sometimes lengthy court cases. As a juror, dress for court is simple. Wear neutral clothing. Navy is safe. Subtle colors to choose, and make doubly sure your garments fit well, since you'll be sitting there for a long time. Dressing neatly for court indicates you take the trial seriously, and it's a mark of respect for the proceedings. If you're a witness, the lawyer who may call you may have some suggestions and how you might best dress for court. Something like a subdued suit is always an excellent idea, because you want to project authority and confidence when you testify. If you are the accused, you should dress for court simply and conservatively. Your lawyer may have additional suggestions on dress and color. While the case cannot legally be decided on the basis of your dress, dressing in expensive, frivolous, fancy clothing or excessive jewelry and other things that may negatively reflect on you is not good for you in the long run, or it leaves a bad impression to the jury. Of course, in some regions you may be restricted to jail-issue garments in court, in which the case of decision what to wear has already been taken out of your hands. But you should take the time to make your appearance neat, keeping your hair trimmed and orderly. When you look at the rest of this video, you will see that the colors have distinctive positive and negative qualities. I'm not going to go into each and every one of them, because they are very, very much left up to the individual's opinion anyway. So I encourage you to look at the interpretations, take them for what they're worth, and see if the colors that are presented here are suitable for you. I think that when you look at the large combination that I've offered in this video, you'll find a suitable color for you to wear to court. And with the suggestions that I've already provided to you in my introduction, I think you need to stay away from loud colors. I think you need to stay away from controversial colors. And the less attention you draw to yourself, the better that can focus on the words that you are testifying to and make your case a more effective, either a defense or as a character witness or even as a juror. You don't want to draw any attention away from your ability to make decisions and to listen effectively and to be able to psychologically be involved in the trial rather than, you know, what's going on around in the trial when it comes to the environment. Subtle colors, neutral colors are always best for courtrooms. If you see or if you notice that some buildings are painted certain colors in their inside rooms, even in prisons, there has been a color scheme that's been experimented with as to what color the cell should be or in what color the walls of the building should be, and each color has its own interpretation and its own impact. Remember, negative and positive. What may work for one individual may not work for the other individual, because you have to include personalities, characteristics, and purposes when you blend these colors together and apply them for the purpose of being effective in courtroom settings, and at the same time project that you are a credible and reliable individual that is responsible in the manner that you present your testimony and responsible in the manner how you recall the facts as you testify them to, making you an asset to the attorneys and at the same time making a solid impression with the jury, that you came there with your head straight and that you thought about what you were going to say and deliberate in the sense of wording your actions together with your inferences, or their inferences I should say, to make it a complete picture and a complete testimony. I always thank you for watching my videos. Please comment and share. I think one of the best things about these videos is that you always get to inject your own personal opinion. Some may believe that colors have nothing to do with how people perceive you or how they feel about you. Like I said, this video's purpose is to give you an opportunity to look at it. What others people say is a logical and common sense approach to wearing the right colors for court. I thank you. Please share these videos. Reference